I just want to be great, but my air conditioner unit won't allow it. Tried to wait for it to go off, but anyhow. So over the Christmas holidays, I was doing this Advent Christmas plan, and I wrote something down from the plan, and I was reminded of what I wrote down this morning. And now my spirit won't rest until I say what it is. So let me go ahead and get this out. Let me be obedient so that I can get back to work. In my Advent plan, they were referencing, if you don't know what Advent is, Google it. I can't go into that right now. But I was in this Advent plan, they were referencing Zechariah in this particular one. And the thing that I learned from this particular day in the plan was about life and death, and speaking of the tongue. If you go into Luke, you will see that Zechariah he worked in the temple, the tabernacle, the church, what have you. And on this particular day that they're referencing in Luke, he was going to do his work, light his incense, prepare the people for prayer, etc. Well, the angel came to him and told him that his wife was going to be pregnant. Now, mind you, deep old, I'm talking about old, and had been praying for a child and had not received what they prayed for. Okay. And so, one, you doing your work. Now, y'all can be acting like if y'all saw an angel or spirit, it wouldn't scare you, but you gonna clutch your pearls at first. You gonna gasp. Okay. And so in my mind, in my earthly current mind, I figured he was like, because the angel was like, chill, it's good. Listen, I just came to tell you that y'all about to have a son. And Zechariah immediately went into doubt. He was like, what? Child, we old. We've been praying for this for the last 70 years. Y'all ain't done it yet. What you mean? I'm old. I'm finna retire. And you finna give me a baby? And the angel immediately silenced Zechariah. And I have two things that came to mind. One, when I first read it, I read it like, oh, Zechariah was going to be so excited. Like they silenced him so that the plan wouldn't be messed up. Because how like when we get excited about something, we go out and we want to tell everybody, ooh, when it's really not to be told, moving in silence type of thing. So when I first read the scripture a long time ago, even though clearly it said that Zechariah was in shock and didn't believe it, I still felt like he was silenced so that he wouldn't mess up the plan because of his excitement, right? But when I read it this past December, in the plan, the doubt was very clear to me. And so he was silenced so that he wouldn't mess up the plan. But it wasn't because of his excitement. It was because him speaking life or death from his mouth to other people's ears could have completely made the plan much harder for God, because we know God can do all things. But it could have made it a more difficult task and more things that God would have had to clean up because his mouth was spreading unbelief and doubt. So what I want to tell you, I want to remind you today, is that you have power in a lot of ways. And one of your most powerful ways is what you speak and what comes out of your mouth. Be careful what you speak to yourself and to others, because it can either bring life or it can bring death. Okay? So today, be mindful. Be very intentional about what you let come out of your mouth. And not just today, but every day. Remember, Zechariah was silenced until his wife birthed their son, John. Don't mess around and be silenced. Okay? Please don't make God hush you up so that you can receive your blessing, life or death. Be intentional about what you speak. All right? Have a good one.